Going on, comic family, and welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark.
And I'm Brent. Let's get started.
All right, guys, we got a really cool show for you tonight. We've got some big books to show off. Big, personally, big all around. But before we start showing those off, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. That way you're alerted anytime videos drop. We have some cool stuff coming up in the future, as well as our next giveaway will be at our 200 subscriber mark. So you don't want to miss out on that.
Definitely.
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, yeah. You got it,
I was going to say, just hit us up in the comments with stuff you might have picked up this week and other books that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, and let us know what you think of these books in our haul. I know that some of the content we're going to be showing is definitely we're bigger fans of than like the average comic collector, but there's going to be some other stuff in here as well that's anyone and everyone can appreciate who appreciates comics, I'm sure. So let us know what you think. Tell us about some of your big key books. Let's just get some chat going.
For sure.
But let's see, what did I have first on here? All right. Yes, first off, I do want to give a shout out and a thank you to Kidrano Prince on Instagram. Here recently, I spoke with him and I saw that he 3D prints comic book stands. So I actually ordered a couple of them with our logo on it.
It's very nice.
To test out how they work, he said that it works with raw books, slab books, and they look really lightweight. They're 3D printed, hand painted, super reasonably priced. And the guy's an awesome guy. I talked to him for a good bit on Instagram, and they're even weighted down. So we're gonna demonstrate some of those on this video while we show off some of these haul books that we have. So I think that I hope that that's lined up where I had it. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and jump in, and I've got a raw book to show you that I already showed y'all previously in a video. Then I have two haul books that I'm going to put in there. One's going to be in a top loader, and the other one's going to be in a CGC case. So again, I want to say thank you to Kidrano Prince. He's on Instagram. Check out his page. Check out these things, dude. He's got logos for anything, and I just gave him a picture straight out of my phone that I had, and he created this logo perfectly. It looks amazing. So yeah, let me get that off of there. Let me add this in here. Let's take a look at it. So there's a raw book sitting in there perfectly fine, and there is this really cool little peg right behind the logo, and that creates this perfect space where a book can sit in there or on top of it. So if you want it to have a bigger lean to it, you can raise it up some, but also those CGC slabs fit perfectly in there. So this is the Clayton Crane Maestro book from the set, which is super pretty book. So one of the ones that I got in this week that I was waiting to show off till we had some more stuff to show, I got this from eBay from this guy named Kyle, and he was awesome. He didn't have a lot of sales, but we spoke for a while, and the book came in quick and in perfect condition. I'm almost convinced that this TMNT 100 John Jiang variant could catch a 10 when I send it in. I've never seen a book this clean, and it is square bound, so it has a good shot. But this is his eBay handle. I highly recommend checking him out. He's the newer seller. He doesn't have a ton of stuff on there, but I can vouch for the guy. Was awesome. We also communicated a lot, and this book is just beautiful. And I love that shredder. You got the turtle design, or the turtles reflecting in the actual blades there. It's super pretty book. So that one's in a top loader, and it fits in there perfectly. And then the final one that I got in that I had to wait 2 weeks for, that finally came in today, that it bounced in and out of Atlanta multiple times, left went back, was the TMNT Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue #1 John Jiang variant through Black Cape Comics. And that is a signed CGC series, and it just sits right in there perfectly as well. So I was super excited to get that. Me and Brenda are John Jiang fans, and here lately we've been kind of seeking out more of his stuff. First found out about him when he did the Draken New Dawn #1. I jumped on that one. I thought it was the coolest variant I saw, and it's the best looking book in hand I've ever seen, just with the effects and everything on it. But let me see if you can see this. If you look down the side of this, you can see how there's that little spacer right in there. So it creates the perfect width for a slab. And it's definitely not mounted to the table, but it's, as long as you're not throwing footballs at it, it's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
So it worked out really well. So I was definitely happy with those. I highly recommend them. Again, it's Kid Dorado Prints on Instagram, and also check out the eBay seller. His name's Kyle. That's his eBay handle. I highly recommend both of those guys. All right.
Definitely some cool stands.
I like them, man. I like them a lot.
Oh yeah.
I've had them up on the shelf, and I took my Timeless Ghost Rider, because I'm still waiting on my Ghost Rider #1 to come back from grading, and posted it up with the statue there.
There you go.
Show us something good, Brent. What you got?
So just kind of keeping in the John G. Yang vein, I also, not too long after Mark purchased his slab, I went to the Black Cape Comics website. This is the exclusive, and also got one of his Power Ranger Ninja Turtles #1. Not sure if yours had the certificate of authenticity with it or not, but that is what it looks like. Oh, sorry, it's backwards. It does show number 20 out of 300. It's pretty cool. Has its own like serial number and all that stuff. So yeah, there's that. This one also kind of goes along with the last unboxing video that I did. This is the John Tyler Christopher negative variant for Amazing Spider-Man: Sins of Norman Osborn. This one is also numbered. There's only 2,500 of these. This one's number 1767. It's not too far down on the poll, but I actually think I may be selling this one. It's definitely a cool cover. It's the only JTC variant that I have, but I mean, it's no Tim Sale from Dark Victory or anything like that,
I definitely love that Dark Victory run you had, dude. That Solomon Grundy one still haunts my mind in a great way.
Yeah.
What's going on, Bert?
Hey,
Ruben, what's happening? Bert said he must ask you a question, Brent.
Oh man, I wish I could come up with something quick and witty, but I can't. So these I was very impatiently waiting. I was really paranoid about them because I don't generally. I'm very weird about shipping in general, especially now with COVID and everything going on with the post office. But I took a chance because these were a great price, and I got these shipped over from the United Kingdom. And I'm actually very lucky they came in as good as they did, because packaging, even though I spoke with the guy about it, was not great. Put it that way. I'm kind of running that trend apparently with a shoebox, and then the guy shipped them with some very flimsy cardboard and some giant shopping bags with plastic handles on them. So it was
nice.
Yeah, as soon as I opened that up, I was like, oh God.
Now you can go shop at Aldi's.
Yeah. I mean, these were like giant JCPenney bags or something like that. However, despite the bad shipping, these came in no problem whatsoever. I'm very surprised with that. So this is also kind of keeping in line with a lot of the Power Ranger stuff going on lately. So first up, we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #9 second print Gunny Montez Draken helmet variant. I did have one of these before that was had a couple spine ticks on it, so I was very happy that this one came in with no damage whatsoever. Very happy with it. Again, none of these came in damaged at all, which I was very surprised. So very happy with this. I'll probably be selling the other Draken that I have as well, the damaged one, at a discount price.
It looks like Burke's got his coming back from CGC next week.
Oh,
I'm waiting
nice,
to get
nice.
that membership to start shipping a lot of my Power Ranger stuff off. I jumped the gun with the with that one with the CBCS, and I sent my White Ranger to CBCS, but the rest of the stuff here that we have is going straight to CGC.
Oh yeah, yeah. I should be home in a couple weeks, so I should be able to take some
Bring some
stuff
with you.
back. Yeah.
Well, no,
Um.
I'm just setting up our subscription, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
So the next one up, this is number 25. This is a convention variant. I can't remember. I think it's San Diego Comic Con, but
What's
it
going on,
is.
Panda?
What's up, dudes? Got a Draken Evo 1 suit. This was after he snagged the Samurai Power Coin. I think this is one of my favorites for sure. Just because, sorry, got a battery notification. Just because it's very reminiscent of Tommy's White Ranger suit. It's kind of got the like the golden shoulder pads, but it also has like the samurai like fold over on the chest right there.
Mm.
Very cool. Not too much difference in the helmet, if any at all. So pretty stoked about that one. And then in the same vein, we have Draken Evo number 2. This is also issue number 25. I can't remember what. Oh yeah, very cool. I got all these for a very good price, and I was again just really glad that the number 9 was included with it as well. This is the Evo 2 for number 25. I think this one's it's my least favorite suit, but it is or evolution of the suit, but I do like how the shield has that circuitry in it and everything like that. It's very cool. Yeah, the samurai look is really awesome. I think that one, besides the OG suit, is my favorite. But I do like the shield, like I said, how it has that kind of circuitry in it and all that other kind of stuff. That's really cool. And then, of course, just capping everything off, this is for issue number 30, convention exclusive Draken Evo number 3. I like
how black it is, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say you mentioned it before how it was sort of like one of the negative variants, but
Almost.
yeah, this is very cool. I do like this one too. I like the black suit. I think this is would be my second favorite evolution.
I love the helmet with the multiple horns, how they go across the top.
Yeah, yeah, it's very cool. I also like that his visor has that reddish purplish tint to it. It's not like the regular Rangers that has like the black tint or whatever. It kind of makes everything else pop and just kind of gives them that sinister look as well. So yeah. Again, very happy that these came in pretty in good shape. Was very surprised by the packaging, so I think I'm gonna not buy stuff off the internet for a little while just to get my nerves back down from these last 2 big packages.
I can understand that, dude. I still think your package from the UK came quicker than my TMNT Mighty Morphin slab.
Oh, I think it definitely did.
Because being here in Augusta, anything that has to come through Atlanta always has major issues. Like this book made it to Atlanta, left Atlanta, made it back to Atlanta, and left again. And the shield, yeah, that'd be an awesome combination.
Oh, for sure, yeah, that would have been.
Because with all that tech in there, it just makes it just look even more.
Yeah.
Now,
I never thought of that. That's a good point.
Now, none of those were the foils. Those were the legitimate convention exclusives. And those are all extremely awesome. I see a lot of people always like talking about or picking up these foils or sharing them in comic groups and asking or in Power Ranger group mainly that I'm in, asking how much is this worth, and people are like, yeah, nothing.
$5.
It's because these that came before it are where the money's at, and and it's been that's great timing because we've gone ham on those covers, those through the run and all the issue number 25 shattered versions and everything, and now right here, now that you have them, right when you get that feeling of completion, Boom goes and shows out, and Montez
Yeah.
does that amazing 1 in 500 full upper torso down to the details of them holding the helmets right. And that is just a sick cover, dude. There's no better way to
Yeah.
cap off an era of these helmet covers, dude. These things are legendary now. Like
Oh
when it
yeah.
comes to Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles because of the crossover.
Yeah.
But dude, they're awesome.
For sure. I know the first helmet one that I got was the White Ranger foil. I remember walking into a book exchange and being like, "Oh, dude, that's pretty awesome." And that was like, I had skipped out on the series for so long, and then I saw that, and I was like, I mean, I've got to pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt was like, "Oh, well, they're going to be doing more of those." So I was like, "Yeah, put me down for those foils." And so those were the only ones that I was getting initially. And then, you kind of taught me into getting the series, and over the course of a month, ended up getting all of it, and then read through both Go-Go and Mighty Morphin in like a week.
And that's when you have the stroke.
Yeah, yeah, just
So I
recovered.
do have something. I'd like to show you while you're here, since you're not here, but you're here.
Yeah,
But this is we talked about this for a long time, over and over again. For it's just something we've talked about for a long time. Me being a huge fan of the Hulk, but it made its way home, Brent.
oh yeah, very nice. I thought you'd already had it.
No, I put money down on it.
Okay.
I got it today.
Heck yeah.
But I want
Very
to,
nice.
and I know Paul goes back and watches these things, and I want to tell him a huge thank you,
Oh yeah.
because this book eluded me twice here in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
We had a store here in town, and Brent's actually rocking the logo for it right now. That beautiful shirt right there that I got for you. But there's an awesome store here in Augusta called Dead Media that deals with dead media, anything that's older, comics, movies, games, toys. And I missed one at his shop by 2 hours. I was 2 hours late. Thank you, Panda. Yeah, super stoked about this. My nerves are still rattled from it.
Oh
I had to
yeah.
do a little move on my check-ins and my savings, you know what I'm saying?
It's a big
But
book.
yeah, we made it work out. And it didn't affect anything in the house. No finances or anything were hiccuped by it. I just made a huge commitment to not get to buy anything like I normally would buy for the next little while, because I'm not comfortable not having that cushion that is that book in my account. But
Right.
it's one of those things that I couldn't picture myself buying this offline. It's got to be
Yeah.
one of those in-person kind of things. And it couldn't have been from a better person. It's the owner of one of our local comic shops here, the one where me and Brent have had our pull boxes forever, that we've gone to forever.
Yeah.
And Paul is A1, man. And we had a little local toy show, and afterwards he had a stand there and everything, and CGC was there, and he told me that he sent his first books off to be graded. And he's been in the comic game for decades. And he told me he had a Batman book and this one that he sent. And I didn't ask him anything about buying it or if he was selling it. But when I was in the shop a week ago, I think it was a week ago today, and I was in there, he said, well, I was getting ready to leave, and he told me to hold up, and he brought it out and showed me. And dude, I crumbled like on the inside when I was actually in to hold it and everything. And I asked him if he was wanting to sell it, and he said yeah. And he told me that he didn't have anyone on the list yet, so I immediately started getting it worked out. And my wife was beyond on board with it. I sent her a picture of it. The first thing she said was, "Buy it now." And yeah, I'm so stoked to have this in the collection. So that only leaves like one major comic book on my bucket list, and that would be the Incredible Hulk issue #1. So I don't think I'm going to aim for that one anytime soon by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sure is, Ruben. But that's the Hulk being my #1 character. This book in the #1 is pretty much like, I guess, the biggest books in the run that I could think about having. And it's not a perfect grade by any means, but this is a perfect grade for my shopping range.
Yeah.
Sure is purdy, though.
It's very nice. I can't wait to take a look at it when I come home.
Yeah, get your grubby hands all over it. I'm like, here, I'd be happy to hand it to you. Show everybody. But yeah, I'm still, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still like just weird about it. That was a
And
big
wonder.
purchase.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely a big purchase.
Yeah, I know we've both been talking about like cutting down on what we're buying to begin with, but that's not necessarily a book that you really.
Yeah. And see, that conversation really only happens because it's timeless season right now.
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God
And
it's
there's only
almost over.
one more week of timeless season. And dude, I went in there today with the money for the Incredible Hulk in my pocket for that 181, and then I go and I get my box. Like I go on Tuesdays and I clear out my DC, and I'm more DC than anything. So I go in there
Yeah.
thinking just grab a couple titles, hopefully not a lot of timeless. Dude, I've got a stack. Look, dude, this is just Wednesday's books. This is not counting Tuesday's books. That's just
No, those are all
Wednesday's.
timeless. Well, minus the Mighty Morphin stuff, probably.
Timeless, other stack.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't read that much Marvel, but Iron Man, Maestro, and Marvel's X all came out on the same day. And then I do have my double copies of Mighty Morphin, and I have a copy that I'm sending to Belgium to my main man with pots and pans over there. But that's insane. Going there thinking, all right, this is gonna be a small week, and then get handed
Oh
like a
yeah.
5-pound box of comics. Like, dang.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
But dude, it felt good to walk out of there. And I didn't tell Dad I was picking it up today, but I hit him up. I'm like, hey, you want to ride to the shop with me? He's like, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, all right, cool. So
That's
he
funny.
was excited. Even Dad, like he's very financially responsible, and dude, he was like, yeah, Mark, you should get that.
Yeah.
Like you should just go ahead and knock it all off now. That's why I went ahead and just finished it out because I had the money to do it. It was just an awkward feeling doing it all at once. So after I sat on it for a week, I'm like, dude, I'd rather the financial burden be on me to just hold my money and put it back in my account to get where I want it to be comfortably
Yeah.
versus hold this money to hand to someone else. Because I feel like that's my responsibility, not theirs.
Yeah.
But being able to break it in half like that still just made it a lot easier.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah,
It's
this
always
is
harder to drop that big amount.
it is. So this is going to go up on display when the new month rolls around. I'm going to change out a lot of stuff up here. I got
Very
how many
nice.
books? I think I was talking earlier. I got like 4 or 5 more that I'm waiting to get back from grading, and you've
Yeah.
got a couple you're waiting to get back from grading.
Yeah, it should be back in the next week or two. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm very.
Hey, Serena,
Hello.
look what Uncle Mark got.
Very excited about those. Those two are my first actual like CGC submissions. Like I've told you, one of them I know for sure is going to be a 9.8. I think it's the other one that I'm just a little more worried about. But still very excited. The anticipation of the whole process is very cool. So yeah, I sent those off in end of September, and they said it was about a 5-week turnaround. So
Are you more concerned for the darker covered one or the lighter covered one?
the darker one. Not
And is
like
that because of personal reasons or potential
I
monetary reasons?
a little bit of both.
Because I can't imagine the lighter cover is going anywhere ever.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah.
The that one I'm definitely holding on to, and then some of
As
the
I'll
other
say.
ones that I have in that are sort of in that same vein are also going to be getting sent off as well.
I was about to say, if you ever fall on hard times, you have an automatic buyer right here.
I got you. I'll keep you in mind.
A temporary custodian.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one. I mean, the guy up at Captain's, he was like, "Yeah, you definitely need to send this one off." But he was pretty confident with it. But I think it's just me being a little bit more paranoid about
Now,
it. And,
with CGC, like again, I was like literally moments away from firing up an account when this just happened to happen.
right.
So that just kind of backburnered it for maybe a couple weeks here. But
Yeah.
I want to make sure it's fired up and ready to send when you get here. If not, that's like going to be the first thing we do when you get here. But
Right.
Now with CBCS, you can do this with any grade, but with CGC, you can have them pre-screen it where if it doesn't hit a 9.8, they won't grade it. They'll charge you $5 for the pre-screen and send it back to you raw. With CBCS, when you're putting your books in, you can put in any grade you want. So if you have some of those books that once they hit a certain grade, it's worth your money to slab them, you can put in, I don't want this slab if it's under a 4. I don't want this slab if it's under a 6.5, and they'll pre-screen it and send it back to you. But
okay,
there's always that option if you wouldn't want to waste the money on slabbing something, but you're not 100% sure. Like, I only want this if it hits that 9.8.
yeah,
We'll be able to do that, and it'll, what, for that kind of money investment, what's $5?
right, yeah, very cool.
But yeah, that's all we got. Again, I do want to ask everyone to please hit Instagram up. Check this guy out. These stands are nice. They're really nice. And if you get a chance, hop on eBay, check out this user right here. Awesome guy, super cool guy. And yeah, really nice. And dude, I'm telling you, I'm sending this book off just because all my Jang stuff is going to end up getting slabbed because it's just personally one of my preferred artists.
Yeah.
And y'all should look him up. Check out where he comes from and what he does. Like, he's got an impressive resume.
He's got a lot of good stuff coming out as well.
He does. That Mighty Morphin issue #1 drops tomorrow. And if you're interested, I'll let you go look at it yourself because I'm not trying to compete with any more people than I have to.
That's funny.
It is. See, that's another one I would have just pre-ordered, signed and slabbed if there's the option. But now I'm going to have to just probably go with just the raw one.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
What are you going to do? See, I may actually try to go for a slabbed one myself because I made a pretty big sale earlier this week. And
so counterintuitive. We're horrible.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to some of this stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I can still spend the money on that slab and still have a lot left over from that one. So
see, I can do that right now. I'm not hurting for money. It just seems irresponsible of me.
Definitely.
But hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, man. I do have some stuff that I do want to look at selling or getting rid of, and I need to start doing that. But I don't pick the time frame these things come out in. It's really not my fault.
That's very true. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get rid of that JTC negative Spider-Man, and then the other Draken book that I have to kind of help cushion that other sale that I made. It's kind of bittersweet too. Bittersweet, but.
Well, man, we're hitting that 30-minute mark, my guy. So I'm definitely going to hop off. I have to be up early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So, you good?
I'm good.
All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate everyone stopping in. Well, hey, Flash, you are late, but that's okay. You're not too late. We showed off some TMNT 100. Me and Brent both got us a copy of the TMNT Mighty Morphin Power Ranger #1 Jang variant. And Daddy did something. Finally got my Hulk 181 added to the collection. Huge purchase. Very uncomfortable. But I'm glad it's here.
Oh, yeah.
How's that baby, Robert? All righty. Right? and Brent showed off all 4 of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Draken convention, or all 3 of the convention exclusives, and his second copy of a near mint, the second print #9. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. And the big one.
Boom.
Kaboom. Yeah, Robert, my brother just had his 3rd kid. Well, correction. My brother's wife had her 3rd kid. My brother can't give birth. I don't know if he's tried or not, but he leaves it to his wife. So just their first daughter, my niece was born today. everyone needs those Draken covers who does not have those Draken covers.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yeah.
I got them for a good
And-
price too, considering what they're selling at.
And he
Let's
ordered
just
them
say-
from the UK.
Yeah, yeah, that was a stressful 7 or 8 days.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good stuff. Very good stuff. And right on time to feel like your collection is complete, they dropped the 1 in 500 Montez variant for issue 55.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Just
definitely.
one at a time.
was.
Just then, that was smooth, Britt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Robert.
Yeah,
Have you seen this
definitely
guy?
gonna be staying away from that one.
This guy right here. He's on Instagram. He makes these awesome stands. They hold raw slabs. See that little gap right there? Hold slabs perfectly. They're weighted down. Really cool. 3D prints them. Super affordable. He's got them in any comic character or cover you can think, or just in a picture of something you want. He'll slap it right on up there. He's awesome. Nice guy. Talk to him a good bit on there. Check his stuff out. So you know him. Yes, dude is awesome. That's what I'm talking about.
Very cool.
But yeah, good stuff, man. But like we were talking about, we all got kids. I gotta go to work in the morning, so we're gonna make like a baby and head out. What is this? Dang, is that a 3? Yes. Yes, this is actually our first piece of merchandise, Serena. We got a couple of these made. And yeah, it was 3D printed. We found this guy on Instagram. We haven't had an Instagram long, but yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, Brent's been my
Nice.
bud since elementary school.
Yeah.
When you can be friends with someone and it goes back that far, dude, it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But instead of staying on here all night, I'm going to get off these comments so I don't keep going. So we're going to kick the Bobo. All right, everybody. Until our next video, which should have a week's end video tomorrow night in some form or fashion. But until then, keep collecting, keep reading comics.
And as always, we are Legion.